Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Dee, maybe you can help me.
Sure, what is it, Dad?
Well, I'm trying to talk your sister into coming home and having dinner with us tonight.
Oh, I don't think I'm the right person to help you. I'm not going to be home either. Annie and I made plans to have dinner out.
Dee, I completely forgot.
Oh. Well, did you make other plans?
No, I've just got so much work to do. Would you mind putting it off until another night?
Honey, that's a shame. I was really counting on it. I'll tell you what, I'll wait for you.
No, I hate to make you do that.
No, that's okay. I have nothing else to do.
Well, I think you girls can settle this without me. I'm going to miss you both, but have a good dinner.
Okay.
Thanks, Dad.
Night.
Good night.
Night. How long will you be?
I'll try to finish up quickly.
Will you be longer than 5 or 10 minutes?
I'm afraid so. Maybe you don't want to wait.
No, I will. Do you think they'd let me visit Ian McFarlane? I mean, just for a few minutes while I wait for you.
Well, I don't know. You'd have to check with John Dixon. He's in charge of the case now that Bob's in England.
Do you think you'll let me? I just thought Ian was so fascinating when I met him at the surprise party for Alex and Valerie. I'd like to tell him, as one of his fans, how pleased I am that he's doing so well.
Well, you might as well give it a try.
I think I will. I'll go see if I can find Dr. Dixon. I'll be back in a little while to pick you up.
Okay.
Are you ready to go?
Yeah, just a minute. By the way, I forgot to tell you, we've been invited to your grandparents for dinner tonight.
Oh, did you tell her we'd go?
Yeah, I thought it'd be fun. Unless you don't want to go.
No, it's okay. It's just some girl in school asked me to come by and study with her tonight.
Oh, really? Anybody I know?
No, she's new around here. But she lives right near our apartment.
Oh, that's nice. So, are you going to go?
Well, at first I said no, but... Well, then I got a really low grade on my history quiz today.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
I know, it's just... Well, I made a few careless mistakes, and it doesn't count that much. But I figured it would help if I went over some of the assignments with Lois.
Well, that's a very good idea. Not only going over your assignments, but making a new friend, too. Why don't you call her and tell her you come over right after dinner?
I can call her from Grandma's.
Oh, you know, you're always welcome to invite your friends over to our house to study, too, honey.
Okay.
Kim, if you and Betsy want to leave early, it's okay. I can lock up with Judy.
Oh, well, don't you have to be at your other job?
No, tonight's my night off.
Ah, well, in that case, I think I'll take you up on it.
Okay.
We'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Sheila.
Bye, Betsy. Hello, Wade Bookstore. Can I help you?
Sheila, is that you?
Yes.
It's Tom.
Oh.
I'm sorry I'm so late returning your call, but I've been in court all day. I just got back and found your message.
Oh, well, I was kind of anxious to talk to you. I just realized today that I might have left my compact at your house.
Yes, you did.
You found it?
Yeah, in the living room.
Oh, well, it must have slipped out of my purse. I shouldn't be so careless.
Oh, it's all right. I meant to bring it to the office with me today, but I forgot. I could have dropped it by the bookstore.
Oh, well, listen, if it's not too much of an awful nuisance, I could stop by your house and pick it up.
Well, you don't have to do that. I can bring it by Wrangler's later on.
Oh, well, you see, that's just it. Tonight is my night off.
Well, that's even better. You see, I think we have some things to talk about. Why don't I pick you up at the bookstore, and then we can drop by the house and get the compact?
Well, it sounds fine to me. See you then.
Oh, I don't think there's a definite date, but she did call this morning to see how the store was coming along. and she said they're thinking about a day early in December. Then that way they can be back from their honeymoon and have Christmas at the inn.
It's hard for me to imagine Lisa running an inn. But then I guess Lisa can do anything she sets her mind to.
Honey, were you able to get in touch with Lois?
Yes, I just talked to her. She wants me to come by right after dinner.
Oh, fine.
Betsy, would I know Lois's family?
No, I don't think so.
What's their name?
Middleton? But Mrs. Middleton and Lois just moved here this summer, after Mrs. Middleton got divorced.
Well, I'm glad you've made yourself a new friend, Betsy.
Lois is very popular. That's why I was really surprised when she asked me to come by and study with her.
Why should that surprise you?
Well, I mean, she could have anybody she wanted from the class come by.
She obviously likes you.
Yeah, I was still surprised. I mean, I don't make friends easily, like most of the other girls.
Well, maybe you're more selective. There's nothing wrong with that.
Not if people think you're different. But I like Lois. I wish I could be more like her.
Well, I like you just the way you are. I'm gonna go and get dinner on.
Could I help a little?
Well, that sounds very nice.
Maybe I ought to help too.
Just a minute, my dear. You know something? I've heard you describe yourself as different more than once lately.
But it's true. I am different.
Well, I suppose we all are in one way or another.
But I'm different from the other girls at school.
The only problem is the way you say the word. You make it sound as if it's so negative, and it really doesn't have to be that way.
Well, that depends.
On what?
Well, if you're different from the other people, that just means you're not with it.
Honey, I know that there are a lot of high school students who seem to have an awful lot of problems these days. And the fact that you're different in that respect, the fact that you've been able to avoid having these problems, that makes me very proud of you.
Well, I guess our dinner is on the table.
Oh. Here we go.
Does any of this make any sense to you?
Oh, sure. But I can't believe you haven't thought of it before.
Why? Why? Because it's so natural, right? Because it's so logical, but you see, I'm not a logical man, and you wouldn't have believed my life. I mean, you wouldn't have believed the schedule. I never had the time to think about my fans. I mean, I never took the time. I knew they were there. I was grateful for that, but that was it. I mean, that was the extent of it. And you see, the fans aren't the only people that I took for granted. I mean, I owe a debt to Dana also, for all the years when she believed in me, when she stuck by me before I was a success. I never realized what a wonderful thing that was. Yeah, come in.
Hi, Miss McGowan. How are you feeling?
Hi, fine.
I was wondering if I'd find you here.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was getting so late. I'm sorry if I kept you waiting.
Oh, that's okay. You ready to go?
It's having a very nice visit with your sister. Thank you for dropping by. You're a very good listener. I hope I didn't overdo.
No.
Well, maybe you'll stop by again sometime and listen to me some more. I hope that maybe I'll have sorted things out better by then.
I hope next time I see you, you'll be on your feet.
Yeah, well, I'll be working on that. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Night. I really enjoy talking to Ian McFarlane.
I thought you just listened.
Well, that's even better.
Oh?
I felt as if I've known him for years instead of just having met him once. Annie, have you any idea people that would envy me just having the chance to sit and talk to him?
Hello.
Hi, Doug.
Can I give you a lift somewhere?
We were just gonna have dinner around the corner. We thought we'd walk.
Okay. Annie? I meant what I said earlier. And I understand how you feel. When I do follow through on this, I'm gonna come to you and tell you what I've done.
I think that Betsy's attitude's getting a lot better, don't you, Kim?
Well, she certainly was more talkative at dinner.
Mm-hmm. I think it's good that she's studying with a friend tonight.
I think so, too.
Yes, Betsy's been spending most of her time with grown-ups after school. I wouldn't be surprised if she's had enough of us.
Well, unfortunately, she just doesn't seem to be willing to make new friends right now. It seems to be, I don't know, difficult for her.
And yet she's had good friends, Muffy and...
Oh, I know, and I want her to have friends again, of course. And these are such important years for her. I want her to have all the fun and good times she can in high school. It's so lovely to look back on all that.
Hello? Oh, yes, John. Yeah, yes, she is. Just a minute. Right. It's John Dixon.
Thank you. Yes, John. Well, the reason you couldn't find me at the apartment is because I was here. John, there's absolutely nothing to worry about. Ellen had Andy this afternoon, and so Betsy and I stayed here for dinner. I'm going to take him home very soon. No, because I am very tired, and I'm going to put Andy to bed, and then I'm going to relax and do some reading. All right. Goodbye.
What was that all about?
Boy, I wish I knew.
Did John expect to be with Andy this evening?
No, not at all. He just said he was alarmed because there wasn't any answer to our apartment. Now, isn't that the most ridiculous thing you've ever heard? It just seems to me that since Dan's death, John has been very solicitous. A little too solicitous, if you ask me.
Was he that way just now?
Oh, well, suddenly he's worried about Andy being on a regular schedule.
I'm sure that he loves Andy.
Yes, of course, I know he loves him, but for heaven's sakes, he should know that he is well taken care of.
What do you think is really bothering him?
Oh, David, I wish I knew. He calls me constantly. He comes by and checks up on Andy all of the time. He is driving me right up the wall. He just wanted to stop by tonight, for heaven's sakes. Of course, I told him no.
Was he difficult about it?
No. He's always very pleasant these days. But I know I'll get a call from him tomorrow. I'm sorry. I guess I should get Andy's things together. Excuse me.
I hope John doesn't give Kim any problems.
I hope not, too.
She certainly doesn't need that on top of everything else she has to cope with right now.
You're doing very well, too.
Maybe there isn't any need for Kim to be concerned about John. It certainly is natural for a father to take an interest in his son.
Yes, but knowing John Dixon, I can't help but share Kim's concern. Why is he suddenly so attentive?
Lois, we haven't done any studying yet.
Listen to that. Doesn't that do all kinds of wild things to you?
Yeah, I think we better do some history, though. I didn't get such a good grade on my last quiz. Besides, we have lots of homework.
Okay. There's going to be plenty of time to study. My mom should be coming home from work very soon. That's when we'll have to look like we're really studying.
Well, we are.
Oh, sure, sure. But let's not until we have to. Oh, she's not home yet. Then maybe I better turn it down a little. Betsy, I really wanted to get to know you better. I mean, you live so close by.
We just moved here recently.
I know, or I would have asked you to come over before. I hope we can become real good friends.
I do too, Lois.
It could be fun. And useful to both of us.
Useful?
There are a lot of parties and things I'm invited to, and I can't go. My mom's gotten real strict with me since she divorced my dad. Sometimes I think she's taking it out on me, but I'd just as soon not go into that.
You mean she won't even let you go to any parties?
Oh, once in a while, but not often enough. She just got a job working till late most nights, and she wants me here when she gets home. Boy, talk about restrictions. It can take all the fun out of life.
Did you ever think of talking it over with her?
She's not the kind you can talk to, especially since the divorce. Believe me, the less said, the better.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I just have to find a way to handle it, that's all. I figured if I had a friend I could really trust, and I did a lot of homework with her, well, that would be the perfect excuse to get out of the house.
I see.
It could work for you, too.
Lois, I don't need to get out of the house. I mean, I'm a year younger than you are. But if there's some place I want to go, I can tell Kim and she usually will let me.
You call your mom Kim?
Well, she's my stepmother, but we're very close.
Maybe it's different with a stepmother. Anyway, I think it would be a really great idea if you and I became close friends.
I'd like that a lot.
Listen, I've been invited to a party Friday night, and I would love for you to come with me.
But I'm not invited.
Well, never mind that. I'll fix it. You're as good as invited.
Well, is your mom gonna let you go?
I think she will, if you go too. That's the whole point, Betsy. I know once my mother meets you, she'll trust you. And if we're clever, we won't run into any more problems from here on in. We can go out as often as we like. That'll be a nice change of pace.
But Lois, you're gonna tell your mom you're going to the party though, aren't you?
That's my mom. Oh, it's time to do some studying. But we'll do a little planning before my mom takes you home tonight, okay? What page are we on anyway?
173.
Kirk, I'll be bringing Betsy Stewart with me. Oh, she's here right now. Yeah, well, we've been studying history together, or at least trying to. Yes, that's the way it is. Relax, will you? Look, I gotta hang up now. I'll talk to you in school tomorrow, okay? Okay. Bye-bye. That was Kirk Simmons, the big honcho on the football team. He was sure happy to hear we may make the party.
He didn't seem happy about my going. I could tell by what you said.
Oh, you're crazy, Betsy. He was thrilled.
Yeah, maybe about your going. But I could tell he objected to you dragging me along.
You've got to stop being so sensitive. Look, a guy like Kirk takes a long time to understand what's really going on. I guess it's so easy for a boy to go any place he wants to. He doesn't know what it's like for a girl sometimes.
I don't want to go if he doesn't want me there.
Oh, there you go again. Look, do you know what the last thing he said to me was? That he's never gotten a chance to know you well. And maybe this time he will.
Did he really say that?
Yes. And you'll find out for yourself on Friday. Jimmy Platt will be there. He's the captain of the team and a senior. I just hope we can manage it.
What are you going to do?
I'll tell my mom that I'm going to be staying with you and studying.
Lois, I don't know.
Look, when my mom comes to take you home, make sure she meets your mother. Your stepmother, I mean.
I don't know if it's such a good idea. Or the party either.
You know what your trouble is? You worry too much. There's no reason to worry, Betsy. Honestly. You know, I feel sorry for you sometimes. You're missing all the fun that's going on. But now that we're going to be good friends, well, that's all going to change.
But Lois, about Friday night, I don't want to tell a lie.
Look, once you meet the whole gang, you'll be glad I told you to tell a few white lies. Life's very short, Betsy. Nothing lasts forever.
You gonna stay down here for a while, dear?
No, I have some more reading to do, but I think I'll do it upstairs in bed.
Well, I think I'm gonna get to bed early myself.
You tired?
Taking care of Andy's a full-time job. I enjoy it, but he's getting to be a very active little boy. Hello, dear.
Hi, honey.
Have a nice dinner with Annie?
Yes, I did, and we had a very nice talk. Nice and long.
Well, not all that long. I've seen when you girls would stay up all night talking, and then I'd have trouble waking you up in the morning.
Well, we've become a little bit more practical, Dad. Well, Annie has. I would have stayed up all night, but she had to study.
We're gonna go to bed now, dear. There's some apple pie in the kitchen if you get hungry.
Okay, thank you. I think I'm going to turn in now.
Okay, good night, dear. Oh, I almost forgot. A letter came for you today from St. Louis. Here.
Thank you. Dear Miss Stewart, I'm taking the liberty of returning the letter which he sent to my husband at his office address. There would be no point in him reading it, since I think he made it clear to you at your last meeting that any further communication between you would be pointless. Sincerely yours,